Bienvenue. Les aventures de Frank et Ben. 5e série. Frank and Ben go to Lac de Plaisir with Geneviève and Minot. 5e histoire. Frank and Ben go to Lac de Plaisir. Part 5. How could the boys have suspected it? How could they have ever known about it? For up to this time, they are now ready to leave Perkins and drive the 60 miles to Lac de Plaisir with their 3 guests from Gatineau. Minot has never breathed a word about it. Geneviève herself has never mentioned it. How then could they have not been surprised and even shocked when they found out that Minot's father, Professor Bedard, has a passion for lakes almost as great as Uncle Emile's passion for rocks and plants? You should see the room he has in his house, Geneviève says to the boys as they load Professor Bedard's expensive camera equipment into the minivan owned by Frank's mother. It's literally stuffed with books, scholarly articles, maps, photographs, satellite pictures, and souvenirs, all having to do with lakes to be found in every part of the world. He's taken over 10,000 pictures of at least 400 lakes in 35 countries, Minot proudly informs the boys. We didn't hear you talk about this before, Frank manages to get out after recovering from his shock. Oh, when it comes to my father, Minot goes on proudly, there are so many things I could talk about. If I didn't talk about this, it's only because I probably talked about other wonderful things he's done. After they've finished taking all the stuff out of Minot's car that belongs strictly to the young women, which includes what is for Frank a disheartening sight, both young women have brought their laptops, but assure him they'll use them, if at all, only sparingly, and transferring it to the minivan so that it can go with them to Lac de Plaisir. Professor Bedard, wearing a warm, appreciative smile, says to the boys, I just want to tell you again what a treat for me this all is. First of all, the opportunity to see my good friend Emile after 15 long years. Secondly, the opportunity to photograph this beautiful lake we're going to. And thirdly, the opportunity to spend at least part of this day with my daughter and her wonderful friends. Having said this, he then shakes hands warmly with both Frank and Ben. What's the matter with you two? Minot then asks the boys. You don't seem to be enjoying yourselves.